to this press conference of the Goa TMC. The Goa TMC leadership is right here on stage, sitting here in two rows, the Goa TMC and the MGP. That's the alliance. I'm not going to introduce everybody on stage to save time. So with your permission, we're going to introduce the 5 ladies and gentlemen sitting in the first row. As you will notice, there are no TMC candidates here on the stage. Actually, there are no MGP candidates except one, the revered and the respected Sudhin Bab of MGP. And the story I hear in Goa is he just needs to file his nomination, and after that everything happens and he's blessed. And the Goa TMC candidates are all, they are not signing affidavits, they are not at a photo shoot, they are not taking solemn pledges, they don't need to. They are where they need to be, on the ground with the people of Goa. Quick introduction, we have Avita on my extreme left. She is our Goa State Women's President. We have Sudhin Bab, who needs no introduction, and he's campaigned across all the assembly segments, not just one. He's chosen to campaign right across the state. And my 2 colleagues who are not from Goa, but have been working here very hard. Mahua Maitro, who is our Goa State in charge. Whatever Mahua does, she does with passion, she does with conviction. And we have Sushmita Dev. Mahua is a Lok Sabha MP. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. And we have Sushmita Dev, who is a former Lok Sabha MP, now a Rajya Sabha MP of the Trinamool Congress, the TMC. And Sushmita knows a little, one or two things more about a political party who are fighting the election here, making lots of promises, because she has been the head, the All India Women's head of that political party. 3 people will be speaking today, because we have the EC rules, and some of us who are not resident of the state have to leave the state at a particular time. Sushmita will be staying on as we're following all the EC guidelines. So we first have Mahua, then Sudhin Bab, and then Sudhin Bab. Mahua Maitro, Goa in charge of the TMC Lok Sabha MP.
Thank you very much, Derek. Thank you, good afternoon, and welcome to all of you. It's the 12th of February at about 4 o'clock, and we are just 48 hours, less than 48 hours before Goa goes to the polls. This is the last press conference that we will be able to have before the polls, so it's important, we thought, that we get our message out via you to all the citizens of Goa. As you see here, we have something written across the front, and it says, in order to defeat the BJP, you have to trust the Trinamool Congress and the MGP. And essentially, that is what is binding us together. I am sitting here with the head of the MGP, Mr. Sudhin Dada, and the one message we want to put out across is that the Trinamool Congress is committed, very strongly committed, to removing the BJP, not just from every state government that they are in, but also in 2024 from India. And keeping that in mind, the fight that we are fighting, along with the MGP, is absolutely to oust the BJP. There is no other goal that we have in mind. We are the only, I would say, political player here who is absolutely focused on defeating the BJP. We are not interested in any other side deals. We are not interested in anything else. All we want, and all Mr. Davdekar and his party want, are to get the BJP out of Goa. And this is what is binding us together. We see a lot of people signing pledges and signing affidavits in places of worship. that actually is quite amusing to us, because given the history of Goa and given that the anti-defection law itself allows 2/3 of a party to go across, and that it has been a toothless law so far in India, we think that it is far more important for us to come out and to show people that we are committed than to sign and make hollow promises like signing affidavits, which have no legal standing whatsoever. We ask Goans today to think of the big picture. The big picture in Goa is there is environmental pollution and there is political corruption. These are the two main issues here. It is the environment that is polluted, and it is also the political environment which is polluted, both ways. The big issues in Goa today are corruption, which has probably got the highest corruption across all levels of normal life that a citizen has to face than perhaps any other state in India. Unemployment is absolutely terrible. Youth unemployment is upwards of 25%. Healthcare is non-existent. There is absolutely no social welfare net for the majority of Goans. And one of the main things that every Indian, no matter how poor, depends on is security as far as land rights are concerned. In Goa, a majority of the people, post 1976 Land Rights Act not being implemented, the issue today is that most people live on leasehold land and do not have freehold rights to their own home. These are the four main issues. The Trinamool Congress is fighting on the basis of the basics. We are not promising the earth. What we need to get to every Goan household are three schemes. One is a direct benefit transfer, a direct cash payment of 60,000 rupees to every female head of household in Goa. The second is a 20 lakh rupee line of credit to every youth between the ages of 18 and 45. And the third is that we are promising land rights, freehold land rights to people who are currently in tenancy. These are the three main issues on which we are going to the polls. We would ask every Goan to honestly come out and vote for change this time. So far, you have always had a binary option. Either you have the BJP and either you have the Congress, which loses 15 of its MLAs to the BJP. So that is the problem here, is that you have voted in a party with the single largest majority that historically has not been able to form government. We do not want matter to come to a pass like that anymore, and this is why the two of us are here, the MGP and the Trinamool are here. We ask the voters to press where the button on the 14th early on. Please come out in large numbers, vote for change, vote out this government. The Trinamool Congress in 4 months has established its presence in Goa, is a fighting force, has reached every corner. People have supported us in huge numbers. We just want that support to be executed further on polling day, 14th of February. That's all we have to say to you. Don Fulanchokal, Gonchi Navi Sakal. Thank you. I give the mic to Sudha Dekana.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
Just press.
नमस्कार. भाऊसाहेब कानोडकराक विनम्र वंदन करता. दीदीक विनम्र अभिवादन करता. आणि मगो पक्ष आणि तृणमूल काँग्रेसची युती या निवडणुकीत गोवा विधानसभेची जी 2022 ची निवडणूक असा त्याला समोर वता. परिवर्तन हे मस्ट, आणि गोंयचे परिवर्तन करपा खातीर सगळे लोक मतदार मुखार काडले. आणि हे परिवर्तन आमकां कित्याक जाय जाल्यार फाटल्या जवळ जवळ 40 वर्सां काँग्रेसीन जवळ जवळ 16-17 वर्स राज्य केले आणि भारतीय जनता पक्षान तोडफोड करून राज्य केले. आणि हे राज्य पळयतना जशें आतांच राज्यसभा मेंबर तृणमूल काँग्रेस तिणें म्हटलें, दी करप्शन इज इन्क्रीजिंग डे बाय डे. आणि हे सत्य आसा. ज्यो गोष्टी गोंयांत जावपाक जाय नाशिल्ल्यो त्यो गोष्टी आज जाता. आणि ताका कारण म्हणजे पयलीं काँग्रेस आणि आता भारतीय जनता पक्ष. आणि भारतीय जनता पक्षान तर करप्शनाचे सगळ्यो ज्यो हायट्स आसा त्यो पूर्ण केल्ल्यो आसा अशें दिसता. आणि आज आमकां ज्यो चेंजीस जाय ताची कारणां म्हणजे जे कॅन्डिडेट्स आज कालचे भाशण मुख्यमंत्र्याचे आयकले आणि ते म्हणटा की तृणमूल काँग्रेस वेस्ट बेंगॉलात टॅटर करता म्हणून. हांव आज मुख्यमंत्री आणि भारतीय जनता पक्षाच्या निदर्शनाक हाडटा गोंयांत चेंजीस तुमकां लागून जावपाक जाय आणि इमिजिएट जावपाक जाय. कारण तुम्ही जे कॅन्डिडेट उभे केल्यात ते माजी मंत्री ज्यांनी बायलांचेर अत्याचार केल्या म्हणून केस फायल केल्या आणि तुम्ही ते केसीत दिल्या. आणि तुम्ही वेस्ट बेंगॉलाचेर जे उलयता पळय ताचे पेक्षा तुज्या गव्हर्नमेंटात तुझे जे आमदार तुझे जे मंत्री कितें करता ते पळोवपाची आवश्यकता आसा. false promises by the government, that is 10,000 jobs, nowhere industry, mining resumption, they failed totally in these promises. Then COVID mismanagement, because of COVID mismanagement, when we told that please lock down, तांणी आयकुना आणि because of that we lost 4,000 lives. Corruption in recruitment, जे recruitment गोंयांत जाल्या तातूंत मोठ्या प्रमाणात corruption unsuccessful in online education, internet connectivity, mobile, etc. Unsuccessful of establishing IIT, NIT, unlawful action on Malawian people. Highest unemployment rate, 35%, and poor businessmen bankrupt. No benefit to common man and 300 times hike in all basic needs like gas, petrol, no income to the people. Failure in Madhe Bachao. No identity Bharatiya Janata की काँग्रेस पार्टी सरकाराक जी आयडेंटिटी आसा ती आयडेंटिटी त्यांनी काबार केली आणि गोंयांत फक्त करप्शन आणि करप्शन केले. सेल्फिश डबल ट्रॅक प्रोजेक्ट ऑफ डबल इंजिन बाय डबल माइंडेड पीपल. हे जे लोक आसा ते सगळे डबल माइंडेड मनीस आसा आणि तांचेर आज म्हाका दिसता तांचेर कोणीच म्हणजे प्रत्येकान वचनबद्ध जावपाक जाय, तांचेर विश्वास दवरपाक जायना. आणि म्हणूनच हांव सबंद गोंयकारां कडेन मागता की हे परिवर्तन करता आसतना एक लक्षात घेवा, तृणमूल काँग्रेस आणि मगो पक्षाची ही युती इतली पुरती ना, तर आम्ही मुखारूय ही युती घेऊन वतले. आज म्हाका खूप आनंद जाला की आमचे प्लान्स कितें आसतले. आमचे जे प्लान्स आसतले रिडक्शन इन अनवॉन्टेड गव्हर्नमेंट एक्सपेंडिचर्स, प्राइस कंट्रोल ऑन बेसिक कमोडिटीज इंक्लूडिंग फिश, कोकोनट, वेजिटेबल, पेट्रोल, डीजल, गॅस, regulate and subsidize water, continuous and subsidize power and quality road network, expansion and improvement in internet and digitization system, ownership right of house prior to all 1976 houses of Goikars as said by Honorable Rajya Sabha MP, Lok Sabha MP, empowerment for young and educated youths with only 4% loan up to 20 lakhs rupees for higher education and startup business, job regularization, job creation and job satisfaction. इतलेशेच भुरगे आज गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफिसांनी डेली वेजेस कॉन्ट्रॅक्टाचेर काम करतात. आम्ही सगळे गव्हर्नमेंट स्टाफाक एश्युरन्स दिता की हे जे जॉब्स तांच्या अर्धवट स्थितीत आसा ते परमनंट करपाचे आणि त्याच प्रमाणे जे गोष्टी स्पेशली फॉर हाऊसिंग लोन्स ही गव्हर्नमेंटाची आसा ती तांणी कट केली. आताच तांणी पयर म्हटला की आम्ही सारखी करतले म्हणून. आमचो तांचेर विश्वास ना आणि ह्या खातीर तृणमूल काँग्रेस आणि एमजीपी विल वर्क आउट टुगेदर टू इम्प्रूव्ह दिस गव्हर्नमेंट हाऊसिंग लोन स्कीम. आणि विदिन 6 months आम्ही आयल्या बरोबर एट अ लोवेस्ट रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट वी विल प्रोव्हाइड टू गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंट. Support and improvement in agriculture and fisheries sector, promote sustainable industrial development, waste minimization, scientific management and disposal of waste. Every taluka will have one solid waste plant and one sewage treatment plant as said in our manifesto. We will work on where the past government has failed. One is health and education, Madhe Bachao, mining resumption, coal handling, port expansion and double tracking, casino, tourism and agriculture, IT industries, Mopa airport. हे सगळे जे 8 विषय आसा ते बरे तरेन आमी हँडल करतले अँड हाऊ वी विल एक्झिक्यूट दॅट ऑल्सो विथ अ सपोर्ट with appointment in an expert advisory committee under the chairmanship of Chief Secretary comprises of 3 to 4 experienced engineers from IIT, especially in civil, electrical and information technology, doctors, advocates, environmentalists, etc. from top reputed institutes of India to manage all our important projects and policies. Will fix the accountability and do audit in streamlining all government departments and corporations. For example, Kadamba, Sanjivani Sahakari Karkhana, Goa, Delhi, preparing master plan and roadmap with budgetary provision for final inspection. Finally, आमचे जे गव्हर्नमेंट आसा will be for of the people, by the people and for the people. आज म्हाका खूप आनंद जाता कारण आम्ही गेले कित्येक दीस प्रचारात आशिल्ले. आमकां तुमचे कडेन येवपाक वेळ नाशिल्लो पूण टुडे वी हॅव कम टुगेदर अँड वी वॉन्ट टू आस्क ऑल वोटर्स ऑफ गोवा, ऑल द पीपल ऑफ गोवा टू बी विथ अस फॉर दिस चेंज. थँक यू.
आमची गोवा इंचार्ज मनेस्त MP मोवा मोइत्रा, आमचो मनेस्त MPचो फुडारी वामसुदीन दौलेकर, आमची को इंचार्ज मनेस्त MP बाय सुस्मिता देव, आमची महिला अध्यक्षा बाय अविता, हांगा हाजीर आशिल्ले आमचे दुसरे मनीस्ट, आमचो लीडर इन द पार्लिमेंट बाब डेरिक ब्रायन, आनीक मनीस्ट आमचे मेंबर्स ऑफ द मीडिया. TMC या गोंयच्या पवित्र भूमीर स्थापन जाल्या फक्त 4 म्हयने जाले आणि सांगपाक खुश भोगता या फाटल्या 4 म्हयन्यांत गोंयकारांनी आणि गोंयां TMCक आपणायली, TMCक आपलो आशीर्वाद दिल्लो. खुशेची गजाल म्हणजे फाटले 4 म्हयन्यांत आमचे TMCचे लोक एक पावट न्हू उणे 4 पावटी लोकांच्या दारा मेरेन गेले. पयले पावट गेले, चार्जशीट तयार केली. दुसरे पावट गेले आनी ह्यो ज्यो येवजण्यो आहा ह्यो येवजण्यो लोकां मुखार दवरल्यो आनी उणे उणे 3.5 लाख महिलांनी गृहलक्ष्मी कार्ड आपणायले. उणे उणे 2.5 लाख युवांनी युवा शक्ती कार्ड आपणायले. उणे उणे 1.5 लाख लोकांनी लँड राईट्स ही जी स्कीम आहा ही आपणायली. म्हणजे TMC हो एक पक्ष जो गोंयांत स्थापन जाला आणि TMC पक्षाची मुळां आणि पाळां हे 4 म्हयन्या भितर अखंड मजबूत या पवित्र गोंयच्या भूमीर स्थापिल्लें आहा. आयज आमी जेन्ना आखे गोंय भर भोंवले, जावं सातारी टू काणकोण, जावं सांगे टू मोरमुगांव, लोकांची एकूच उलो, लोकांचो एकूच आवाज, लोकांची एकूच अपेक्षा की गोंयां जे BJP आणि काँग्रेस लेड BJP जो सरकार केला फाटल्या 10 वर्सांत पुरो आमकां बदल जाय आणि हो बदल आयज आमी लोकांताय मागतात. आणि लोकूय TMC को जे अपेक्षा आहा की एक बरो क्रेडिबल ऑल्टरनेटिव्ह TMC पार्टी गोंयकारांक दितली म्हणून. खुबशे संकट येयले. बाब सुजितान सांगला, तुम्ही आयकलां, संकट म्हणजे आर्थीक संकट, म्हारगायेचो संकट, बेकारीचो संकट, भ्रष्टाचाराचो संकट, लॉ अँड ऑर्डर संकट. आमी पळयलें जाल्यार व्हडल्यांतली व्हडली वस्त म्हणजे ह्या बीजेपीन आणि काँग्रेस पक्षाक जी संधी दिल्ली एक पावट न्हू दोन पावटी ऍब्सोल्यूट मेजॉरिटी गेल्ले पावटी पूण काँग्रेसान आपल्या आमदारांचे जे भिरे आहा ते व्हरून बीजेपी दिले आणि तो बॅक डोर हो सरकार हाडलो आहा आणि ह्या सरकारान आयज गोंय विकले न्हंयो विकल्यो महादेव विकली उदक विकले रानां विकली झाडां विकली जमीन विकली माती विकली आणि आमदारांकूय विकले आमदारांचे तेमी उद्योग आणि धंदो केलो हो सरकार गोंयकारांचेर आड हो सरकार कामगारांचेर आड हो सरकार शेतकारांचेर आड न्हिस्तीकारांचेर आड टॅक्सीवाल्यांचेर आड हो सरकार लोकांचेर आड आणि देखून लोक हो जो बदल मागता म्हाका दुबावना गेल्ले पावटी 24 वरां 40 वरां आहले म्हणल्यार इलेक्शनाक एक बदल जाल्लो आणि लोकांनी काँग्रेसाक विश्वास दिल्लो मॅन्डेट दिल्ली मॅन्डेट आणि हो विश्वासघात केलो ज्या लोकांनी गोंयकारांच्या पवित्र मताचेर विश्वासघात केला तांकां हे मुखार सरकार करपाक कसलोय अधिकार ना आणि लोकांनी तांकां हे पावटी अधिकार दिवचे ना देखून हांव आयज काल्तिकायेन मागता की फक्त 2 दीस उरले काल्तिकायेन मागता की आयज आमचे मुखार गोंयचें चित्र आयज आमचे मुखार गोंयकारांचें चित्र आयज आमचे मुखार गोंयचो फुडार मजबूत आनी घट करपाचें चित्र आयज आमचे मुखार हो जो भ्रष्टाचार हांव म्हणना गव्हर्नर सांगता तेंचे आमदार सांगतात नोकऱ्यो विकतात बेकारीचो जो संकट आहा हो तर जातलो जाल्यार लोकांन आयज हो पक्ष TMC पक्ष 4 म्हयन्या भितर जो आज स्थापन जाल्लो 4 म्हयन्या भितर लोकांनी आपणायल्लो आहा 4 म्हयन्यांनी लोकांनी आपलो आशीर्वाद दिल्लो आहा they have blessed this body they have accepted this body and they are going to see that there is a credible change and that credible change will be only Goa TMC.
Thank you so much. We would like to thank all members of the media to be here. As per EC guidelines, we need to be out of here because there are some of us who are not resident of Goa. So as per the EC guidelines, we have to be out of the state in the next 1 hour. Thank you so much for your presence. Just one second. Thank you so much for your presence. We will round up the press conference now. If there are any of you, since you've taken the trouble of coming here, we will round up this press conference and we will respond to 1 or 2 of your questions after we end the press conference. Okay? Thank you. Actually, we are learning from our Prime Minister also. He's done 7 years, he hasn't answered a single question in press conference. At least once in a while we can. Thank you so much. Good evening. Jai Hind, Jai Goa.
Thank you.
Thank you.